Preparations for vote counting were in full swing in Germany's national election on Sunday as the centre-left Social Democrats of Olaf Scholz mounted a strong challenge to the CDU Conservatives of Armin Laschet. For more on this, we are crossing to our correspondent in Berlin, Trent Murray. Trent, a very good evening to you. So we understand that the gap has narrowed, as we've just read in the introduction. Just how tight has the race become?
Yeah, well, polls here closed, less than an hour ago, and we are already starting to see those first early projections, and they are showing a dead heat. The Conservative CDU party sitting on around 25%, the centre-left SPD also sitting on about 25%. That means this close race, which we had been warned about, has indeed ended up exactly as the polls predicted. So where to from here? Well, I've been speaking to some sources in both of the parties, and they are already claiming victory, saying they have both received a mandate to govern. But of course, it's not that easy. The way the system works here is it's all about trying to put the building blocks together of a coalition in order to get a majority in that building behind me. So we will now see, I suspect, those two big parties trying to negotiate with smaller parties from the left, from the Green Party, from the pro-business, small government, Liberal Democrats, trying to speak to them in order to put the building blocks together to reach 50% and decide who will be the next Chancellor. I suspect, though, we could be here for quite a while we wait and see.
I believe this is the weakest showing for the CDU-SU bloc since post-war federal elections. So what does this mean? Does it leave space open for talks to begin, perhaps with the Green Party for coalitions?
Yeah, well, look, given the way the cards have fallen in all of this, you are going to see conversations between political parties that ordinarily would never speak to each other, because it is all about trying to gain power, trying to win, trying to get to a majority. But make no mistake, this is not a good result for the Conservative CDU party. In fact, it is the lowest result they have received since 1949. So there will be recriminations in the party. But right now, as we go to air, they are putting on a smile, saying that, no, we have a mandate to govern. But I know that inside that party right now there is disappointment, because after 16 years of Angela Merkel, they have got very accustomed to winning. But they have got quite a shock tonight. Her successor, Armin Laschet, has just not done the job that she was able to do, which is to come out on top with a firm, very high number ahead of the pack.
So then just talk to us then what happens from a logistical perspective over the next couple of days. And I'd imagine for the partners abroad, it's going to be a very long wait to see what's going to come out on especially foreign policy and the extent to which it may change.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Germany now effectively, I suspect, will be in a state of limbo for quite a while those conversations are taking place in Parliament, trying to work out who the next leader will be. It's really important to know that Angela Merkel at 67 is leaving this election because she wants to retire, but I don't think she'll be able to head off and have a retirement holiday anytime soon, because she will effectively have to remain as a caretaker chancellor overseeing the running of Germany until those parties can finally reach a majority. So she will stay in place for as long as that takes. I mean, there is nothing in the German constitution which puts a time limit on that. She could be there for months still while those conversations take place. And that uncertainty is the last thing, particularly German businesses want after having so long in the coronavirus pandemic trying to build back. It's not great to have this instability. Of course, it is early days. We do need to see how the voting pans out, but certainly based on those exit polls, it looks like we could be here for quite a while. Germany, Europe's biggest economy, the world's fourth largest economy, of course, a major trading partner of South Africa. That instability will be one that's not very welcomed, I suspect, not just here, but also in other countries around the world.
All right, thanks a lot, Trent, and we'll keep getting the latest from you. Trent Murray, our colleague who is in Berlin at the moment. We're going to